We got Josh here from Vancouver Diamonds. How's it going, bud?
Pretty good. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem, man. So let us know about your business and what exactly do you do?
Okay, well, I started the business 6 years ago. It's called Vancouver Diamonds. We are basically a boutique-style retail outlet, but provide wholesale pricing to the consumer. So a retail store with wholesale pricing. Jewelry, diamonds, anything to do with jewelry.
So you physically have a store? I thought it was just an office front.
It is an office front.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's a boutique style. So it's not a storefront on the street. It's upstairs in an office tower, and yeah, boutique style.
So they come in there, and you talk to the individuals prior to coming in.
Get to know what they want before they come in. Some people come without an appointment, just walk-ins, and we go from there.
Actually, this thing just came across my my mind here. I'm not a big jewelry fan.
But now you are.
Man, now I am because I know you.
That's right.
Is this the jewelry hub, like the diamond area of Vancouver, or is it up in Alberni? Because there's like two kitty corners to the other.
But I'm not going to tell you where my competition is.
I don't need to know your competition.
I know you. The diamond hub is not necessarily the building I work in. No, it's more up the street, Georgia and Granville.
Oh, that is up there, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I can't even picture one up there.
They're all in office towers. So you wouldn't even know.
Oh, got it.
They're all hiding.
Okay.
Yeah.
So just go there, just like you, just private booking and go from there.
Yeah. Or walk-in.
Or walk-in.
Yeah. A lot of way people find my company is because of the name Vancouver Diamonds. It's easily searchable.
Yeah.
It's a good SEO name. And yeah, people type in diamonds in Vancouver. I show up, and they, without making an appointment.
Yeah, that search engine is good.
Yeah.
Those names. So how'd you get started?
I used to work for my stepfather's jewelry wholesale company.
In Vancouver?
In Vancouver, yeah. And after about 10 years, I decided I needed to do my own thing, and I procrastinated a little bit. It's a risk starting your own business, and finally I took the plunge and did it. And it's been great.
What was the challenge when you first started? Well, you knew that business already.
I already knew the business. It wasn't much of a challenge, honestly, to start the company. It was more just doing it. Got to get off your ass and
work.
And work, yeah.
The easiest part.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think it's the easiest part, but it's the hardest.
Yeah. In the back of your mind, you think like, well, it's a risk I'm going to take, but without taking risks, you don't really get anywhere in life.
So you had, you already knew the wholesalers, you had the business side, you had obviously I'm guessing, right? You had the contacts. Now client side, how did that come about?
Well, a lot of it before I started my business was already word of mouth. I already started selling to friends and family and networking while I was working for my stepfather's jewelry company. His company is business to business, so we didn't sell to the public, but with friends, why not? And then, when I started my own business, there were still people coming in even before I started spending money on marketing. And then spending money on Google AdWords, Instagram, Facebook. Any means of marketing definitely pays off.
So are you more B2C now?
I'm 100% B2C.
B2C?
Yeah, 100% B2C.
Funny, a couple of days ago, I was listening to another podcast, and on that podcast, somebody asked the question, are you B2B or B2C? And his response was like, no, I'm neither. What are you? I'm H to H, human to human.
Uh-huh.
I love that. That actually stuck with me.
Yeah.
Right? That's all we are. Regardless of the business, I deal with, bigger investment companies, and they all have a firm name, and lawyer companies that have a firm name. I'm not dealing with a firm. I'm actually dealing with that one individual. That's all it is, right? Yeah. So it's human to human, and I like that. What business you're in? H to H.
Pretty clever.
Yeah, it definitely is.
I have actually had stores call me, businesses asking for diamonds, but then they don't realize that I'm actually not a supplier to the stores. I'm direct to the consumer. And personally, I don't feel comfortable selling to the stores because those stores are actually my competition.
Mm-hmm. So somebody looking for a diamond, right? Or jewelry, right? They Google search you, look for you on Instagram, click your ad. They want to come see you. What happens now? They're in your office and they want to purchase something. What's the...
So generally, for example, an engagement ring. That's pretty much what I specialize in.
Okay.
The gentleman generally knows what his girlfriend wants.
Mm-hmm.
In that email with
Because
discussion,
she's sending a bunch
of
of
course,
photos.
pictures, Pinterest, Instagram photos, of course. A lot of pressure on
Dylan,
the
what are you
guy,
laughing, man?
all the guys come in with sweaty palms and need the washroom 3 times. Yeah, so they come in with an idea, and I generally have most of the inventory already in stock and give them options on what I think would best fit their budget, because they usually come with a budget. And at the end of the day, I want to give them the best bang for their buck. And it makes me happy knowing that I'm helped saving these clients quite a bit of money, as opposed to a chain store, big box store type of place.
Yeah, I never knew diamond brokers even existed, man. I always thought, you want it, you got to go to the local store, or New York, whatever Diamond Street or whatever it's called,
40-something Street. It's the main strip there. Yeah, but all the brokers are in the towers up above. So and those guys send the diamonds down to the storefront places, right? And that's where the markups are.
From there, got it. B2B,
Yeah.
right there. So you get the diamonds from suppliers, or do you direct right from the source? So is that or is that the same thing?
I mean, it's yes and no. So now we're 2019.
Yeah.
We have the internet. It's easy to find suppliers. Basically, I actually have a portal that shows me the list of millions of diamonds that are listed around the world. So I could literally just go on this portal, find out how much the diamond is, call the supplier, ask them if it's nice, and they'll ship it to me.
Like Alibaba of diamonds. There's a portal like that.
Pretty much, yeah. But you have to pay a yearly subscription.
Yeah, I see that.
And then actually in the last year or two, I've been using a supplier out of India, and he finds me diamonds that basically one of the nicest diamonds on the market that I'm searching for the best prices.
So this will pretty much knock out a lot of the retail.
Well, a lot of the retail stores in Vancouver, unfortunately, are closing down. Because places like myself exist, and the prices are better, service is better.
Well, there's no real estate, right? So they don't have to pass that cost of real estate over to the clients. Yeah,
and a lot of staff too.
Yeah,
that are generally, staff. If you walk by a jewelry store, a lot of people are just standing around.
And it's a boring place to go.
Well, don't say that.
No, not you. I'm talking about jewelry stores.
We have alcohol on my
that's I want to come in, see some TV going on, you got sports on, you got something like that.
Well, a lot of my clients say a lot of the other stores are quite intimidating because you walk in, you have a salesperson working there.
No, you got somebody with a gun in the front standing there. First of all, what are you doing here? Right, not a gun, but some type of security, right? And then you got to buzz in, downstairs here, you got to buzz in, and you get inside, and then all kind of staring at you, and it's not appealing, man. Definitely.
And then honestly, a lot of the sales staff at other places aren't experts in diamonds. They were working at a clothing store a week before, and now they got a job at a diamond store.
Mm-hmm.
So, dealing with more places like myself, you get more of the expertise for sure.
Got it. Any questions we got today?
Well, I got one. Do you have any repeat clients ever?
Well, definitely repeat, because we sell engagement rings, then comes the wedding bands and anniversary gifts, push presents.
There you go.
Makeup presents. Bad boy presents. Yeah, bad dog presents. Yeah, all those ones. And then, yes, of course, I mean, being in business 6 years, I have unfortunately seen people calling me hey, Josh, sorry, our engagement, our wedding didn't work out. Can I sell back the diamond? Which, of course, we do buy back diamonds, because diamonds actually go up in value. So a lot of the times the clients, when they're selling it back to me, I give them pretty much close to what they paid, minus taxes. Diamonds are a commodity.
Right.
Yeah. And they'll go down. They can go down too. If there's a recession, the diamond prices will drop.
Yeah. Do you load up on diamonds when a recession hits?
It's not a bad idea. I mean, the last time we had one was 08.
08, yeah.
And I didn't have my own company then. Yeah. So no. But also diamonds are traded in US dollars. So right now it's $1.33 exchange rate. If the US dollar collapsed, the diamond would now become 33% cheaper in price. If it was par, Canadian dollar to US dollar. So if you bought a diamond today for 13,000 Canadian, and the diamond price and the US dollar crashed to even with the Canadian, now that same diamond is $10,000.
Mm-hmm. I get that. Have you thought of opening in the States? Blaine? No.
Not a bad idea though.
There's
another risk I need to take.
Well, it's just there's country stuff now too, right? Like are you allowed to taxation, all this stuff, but
I could
it's-
ship to the States. That's not a problem.
So where do you get your diamonds from? Like, do you source from different places? Like, do they come from different countries? Do you kind of pick whatever?
Yeah, like I mentioned earlier, the supplier out of India, but they're not mined in India. They're cut in India. But then there's also Israel, New York, Belgium, Hong Kong.
Do you
But
have
yeah, go
to,
ahead.
do you have to deal with regulations now, or I know I'm just kind of thinking Blood Diamond comes to mind. So there's that kind of once that movie came out, obviously it got into the zeitgeist.
There are
But-
there are regulations, which I do have to sign a few documents, but there's more regulations on the supplier side.
Right.
The bigger companies have more
Gotcha.
regulations. Yeah.
how does that, like, diamond is raw? Like, what is it?
Diamond's carbon.
It's carbon.
It's a form of carbon. Yeah.
Okay, so what, like, they chisel that from the side of whatever?
They're
And they
formed in kimberlite pipes underground that are very deep under the ground, and
then it goes to a company and they like chip it off and
yeah, and then after they like, let's say you find like a 50 carat stone, they figure out how to
design
break
it.
it down, yeah.
Okay.
Turn it into like 60, 70 stones or 1,000 stones, depending on the quality. And now with technology, with lasers and computers and whatnot, they're able to tell.
Yeah, is it like CN machine that kind of laser cuts it, and or like what's the?
I'm not too sure.
No,
what it's
not
called
too
now.
sure. Okay, search it, but I think it's laser that cuts a lot of things,
Yeah.
and it cuts it accurately.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the word CN.
Even the rings that we make now are with laser. They cut the wax mold. Could be. Is it called a CN?
Yeah, it is. That's exactly what I'm talking about. It is a
That's
CN.
right,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It laser you just program it. They'll go back. It looks something like this, and
Yeah,
cuts it up
exactly.
and
Precise, yeah.
does all that.
Yeah.
So is that the supplier that does that? Like, who's that company? That, like, okay, we're gonna go there. We're gonna dig. We're gonna get this thing. We're gonna buy this carbon here, right? And then we're gonna turn this big carbon into like 70 pieces. Who does? Is that the jeweler? Like, what do you call that?
No, it's the mines. The companies that own the mines.
Okay.
Will mine it.
Yeah. And then they sell that?
And then they sell that. Yeah.
To who?
To companies called site holders. So
Site
they
holders.
have rights to buying the merchandise from those mines.
Okay.
Yeah. And sometimes they actually buy it blindly. So they'll buy 500 carats at a time, or let's say $2 million, $3 million, and then cut it and hope for the best.
So they cut it, then they sell it to the wholesalers?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
I'm just
and
trying
then
to...
wholesalers can sell it to other wholesalers, and wholesalers sell it to other wholesalers.
Yeah, in the middle.
Yeah. So you really, at the end of the day, you want to buy from, especially me, is the least amount of middlemen as possible.
Yeah.
To get a better price.
Yeah, you can't buy from the miner because you need that CM machine.
Yeah.
So whoever gets it to that.
Yeah.
To that
Also,
level where
well,
you-
yeah, you also don't want to spend $1 million, $2 million on buying.
Yeah,
diamonds
bulk.
You're not really too sure about. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I get that.
Yeah.
You got lots of different people buying rings, well, men, let's say, rings in particular. How do you cater to them on social media? Because you have different demographics. And I know you mentioned
How do I
that.
cater to men as opposed to
or
women?
how do you cater to a demographic? Like, to promote your business, to promote this company. You mentioned Google AdWords before.
Yeah,
What
Google
kind of
AdWords,
content
yeah.
you're producing. How do you do you go niche? Do you go broad? Do you...
I'd have to check my Google AdWords target market, but especially for Instagram, if you look at my Instagram, well, if I look at my Instagram account and see who's following me, it's mostly women.
Right.
And even when I do promotions, it's about 65-75% women who are
That
seeing
doesn't
the
surprise
promos.
me at
Yeah.
all.
Mhm.
And guys don't care.
Yeah.
They care when the time comes
Yeah,
to
exactly.
buy it. As well, for guys, don't really want to follow Vancouver Diamonds because their girlfriends will see that they're following, and then next thing
Well,
you know,
Right.
most of the time, I think the girls are the ones doing the research. This is the ring.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the brokers. Here's a list. Here's the address. I'm
Yeah.
going to park in front of the building. I'm going to hit the elevator button. You go up there, and Josh is going to meet you.
Yeah,
Right? So
exactly.
I think a lot of the planning is done.
yeah, I
So
would agree.
I won't be surprised if that 75% of female is perfect for
Mhm.
your demographic.
Yeah.
Definitely see that. You won't see on my Instagram feed a bunch of. I'll probably see diamonds now because we've been messaging back and forth on there, so
Yeah,
I'll probably
yeah.
see something there.
Yeah.
But no, only diamond I'll see is like a football ring, Super Bowl ring or something like that. That's
Yeah.
about it.
And with Instagram, I don't know how they do the algorithms now, but the owning a business, having a business on Instagram, it's hard to get people to see your posts now, unless you're doing a sponsored post.
Yeah, they definitely changed their
Yeah.
algorithms here. A lot of sponsored posts, and
Yeah.
they're cutting out all the bullshit. You know, we went down here for a bit, and then we're coming back up because our content is pretty decent, and our followers are pretty stable.
Right.
It's just learning it and going there. But you know, running ads on there is a freaking beast, man. Definitely works,
Mm-hmm.
right? Depending on the target market.
Direct marketing. There's
Yeah.
nothing better.
Yeah, exactly.
Besides word of mouth.
Yeah.
So you're saying it's almost more effective from a social media content perspective, to target women, even though they're not doing the purchasing per se, because they're the ones feeding that over to their.
I would say so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the video game market. I was reading about this a few years back. The biggest buyers of video games back then, right, when it
Yeah.
wasn't online, when you had to physically go to the store and pick something up, was females in the 40s. Because not only are they buying for their kids, they're buying for the husbands.
Mm-hmm.
Right? They'll just pull up at a
That's
store and buy it.
interesting. Yeah.
Right now it's now even today it's probably on mom's credit card, right? So it's technically
Yeah, but wouldn't that be the opposite? Because wouldn't it be the guys telling their wives?
they are telling.
Right.
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying.
The guys
Yeah.
are targeted. They
Yeah.
tell the wives.
They
The
tell the
wives
wives.
just go and show up.
Or
Yeah.
they're smart. They're seeing what the hell's going on.
Yeah.
Right, and
Yeah.
they're reading about all this stuff, and they're hearing from other people, and they're buying it as gifts or
Yeah.
whatever it is. Try this
Right.
out. So it can be a little bit of both.
We got a question from Marie. Do you find that the younger generation coming up, Gen Z, etc., will be interested in the traditional way of doing things, especially with rings, diamonds, etc.?
I hope so.
Yeah. Can you speak to any trends?
Most of my clientele is probably between the ages of 28 to 45.
Mm.
So with that age group, I feel it's the same as it was, let's say, 10 years ago. It hasn't really changed. But there is something called a lab-grown diamond now, that diamonds are created in a lab, and that's been very popular.
Right.
So there's that.
So what's the difference then with that? What's a lab? Is that still carbon?
It's
Like,
still
it's
100% a diamond, but it's not mined.
Right.
But it doesn't hold its value like a diamond.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't hold its value. So you spend $10,000 on a mined diamond, that'll be worth a lot of money in the future. On a lab grown, it won't.
Well,
Because it's real, but it's not real.
no, for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Wanna put it, yeah.
Yeah.
Stigma, I
It's-
guess
yeah.
you want to say about
Yeah.
it.
On this question here, I think it has changed already, and I think you're
I'm way off.
not way off, man. You have changed towards that already, and I think you made that change years ago. Guy like me, I'm not gonna go into a retail store. I hate it.
Yeah.
Right
Well-
now, I know you. I'm gonna give you a call and deal with it that way. And I think more and more that's gonna be happening. And probably there's gonna be a time where probably it's already happening. They're not coming to your office. They're chatting with you wherever, through Instagram, whatever. You're sending pictures back and forth. They're sending an e-transfer. You're sending the piece over.
Yeah.
Right. I just think that especially Gen Z coming up here in the next 5 to 10 years, I think they're going to do more of that. I don't think they're going to be sitting or going to a retail shop for that. Maybe just to look at it, but purchasing and all this
Yeah.
will be done differently. And nowadays with technology and these cameras that you can do 360 views running your website or on Instagram, like I don't know, I can probably look at that stuff better on a screen than I can in person.
Yeah. No, for sure. And a lot of people do buy diamonds online, strictly online. They don't see it until it comes into their hands.
And I see it going there. You can see what the amount of, like, I remember in the 90s at Metrotel Mall, there were very large jewelry stores.
Mhm.
And then they cut down. Instead of 3 stores, now they have 2. Like 3 side-by-side stores. Now 2. Now 1. And then now they're out of the mall. They're across the street. Because the rent was cheaper.
Yeah.
right? Who goes across the street? Nobody. You're in the mall. You're not gonna, cross Kingsway to go to the other side, right?
Are we talking about the same guy? I think
Yeah, we probably are. We probably are. Yeah, if you're in that business, right? So,
Yeah.
but I see this in lots of areas.
Yeah.
It's gonna be more online now.
Yeah.
I was talking to we had a wedding planner in here about 2 weeks ago. Prior to her, I was talking to somebody else, and we were talking about weddings. And this person spent tens of thousands on jewelry for the wedding, fake jewelry.
Wow.
Like, why? They said if we bought real jewelry, it would have cost money. I'm like, wouldn't you rather spend $100,000 or $200,000 on real jewelry and sell it for the same price than spending tens of thousands or 10,000 on fake jewelry and get nothing out of it?
Well, that's a big difference in price.
It is.
And
Okay, I see your point, right? If you don't have those funds, okay, I get it, right?
And also, maybe they don't have a
But if somebody
they
spent
don't have a
10
diamond
grand,
connection,
but yeah,
right? You can also go buy $100,000 worth of jewelry, and it's only worth $20,000 because you bought it from the wrong place. But a friend referred them. Stupid friend.
Stupid friend.
Yeah.
Stupid friend.
And you trust your friends. So.
This was actually a question we had from a previous episode from Andrea. Have you ever turned down a potential client?
Yeah, I think I have. I have turned down a potential client.
I'm more so just curious in why. And
why?
Especially just in your business in particular, because...
One of the email was quite a long email, a lot of specifications that the client was interested in or required, and the price of the diamond wasn't that expensive. There wasn't any money that I could actually be made, that I could make. Yeah, I actually referred her to a different place because the time that I would have had to spend wasn't going to be worth it for me at the end of the day.
No, I get it, man. I turn down clients all the time.
Yeah.
I turn down more clients than I take on clients.
Yeah.
Right? It's just because my time's valuable, or I can't add that service, or whatever they want does not align with my business. It just doesn't make sense.
I have people calling me for rings getting resized. I didn't sell them the ring, and I bring them in because A, it's not going to take up a lot of my time to resize a ring. B, they may have a friend that's looking to buy something really expensive.
Mm-hmm.
So in that case, I'm like, yeah, come on in. I'll resize it. I won't even charge you sometimes. Just follow me on Instagram.
Yeah, you're adding the value. You're adding the value. It's a
Yeah.
good thing. It's a marketing thing as well, right?
Yeah.
You get to know people. That's good.
Yeah, if Wayne Gretzky calls me and says I need a ring resized. No, I'm sorry, I'm busy. You're coming in.
Sorry, I got Michael Jordan here. He's got 7 rings here.
Yeah.
Would you ever do sports rings? Have you done sports
I'd
rings?
like to.
Yeah.
I do talk with some of the guys with the Canucks, and I actually asked them about that. And I think they have somebody. I'm like, if the Canucks ever win the Stanley Cup.
They have they probably have 3 people over the last 40 years now, or no more, almost 50.
And actually, coming up is this year is Alex Burrow's retirement ceremony. No.
Oh, the
Ring of Honor.
jersey.
No, he's getting a Ring of Honor.
Okay.
So I wouldn't mind making the ring for Alex Burrows.
So what happens there? You sit with a designer, and then he kind of chooses what he wants. Like
I'm sure the Canucks already have the design in mind. They just have to send me the image, and that image goes to the designer, and he can make it within like 2 days.
From Arnie, if you had $50,000 to invest in your business and you had to spend it before the end of the year, what would you invest in and why?
I would invest in probably internet marketing with that money. If I wasn't going to do that, and the reason for that is because internet advertising is huge. It's direct marketing to customers, and there's generally a good ROI, return on investment, on that investment. The other thing I would do is probably if I had $50,000, would open up another office, a bigger space, renovate it. Right now my office is only around 350 square feet, so maybe double that size.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Not bad. I would hire staff. Another one.
You would?
Yeah, Dylan pissed me off once in a while, so no, definitely another staff. He needs help. I'll hire somebody else, and then if it's only going to be from now to the end of the month, that means I do have some additional money to be running more ads on Facebook, Instagram, all social media ads.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'll do. Another staff and ads.
It's just a general question from Jessica. Does my diamond really need a certificate?
No, your diamond does not need a certificate.
What is a certificate?
Well, the certificate basically talks about the details of your diamond. When you're buying a diamond, and if you know about diamonds, like for myself, I don't need a certificate when buying a diamond because I could look at it, I know what it's worth, and I know what to buy it for, and I know what to sell it for. So to answer your question, for the consumer, yes, you should get a certificate because then you know what you're buying.
Is that more for insurance as well?
Sure, but it's also for peace of mind, more peace of mind knowing exactly what you're getting. But unfortunately, there are certificates on the market that don't accurately represent the quality of the diamond. So that's why you come to a place that you trust, like myself, Vancouver Diamonds. And
who produces the certificate?
The most reputable laboratory that grades the diamonds is GIA, Gemological Institute of America.
So you send the diamond to them?
Yeah,
they
or they come before even when I'm buying diamonds from my supplier overseas, they come with a GIA certificate already.
Okay. So who sends it there?
Site holders, wholesalers. Yeah.
Okay.
Anybody could actually send it. You could
send it there, get a value on it.
Yeah, you could send it, and Dylan can send it, no problem. Yeah.
Get a value there, and then it comes to you.
That one actually, GIA doesn't give it a value. It gives it the details of the diamond, the specs.
Okay.
Yeah. A third-party appraiser will do the value, or I could give you the value. So when you're buying a ring, you pick the diamond, you pick the ring, you have the GIA certificate. Let's say it costs $5,000. Then I take it to a third party to get appraised, and they give it a retail price, which is usually around double of what you end up paying. And with that appraisal, you can then take it to an insurance broker or put it on your home insurance for insurance purposes, just in case it gets lost or stolen, and you'll be covered.
A friend of mine is a plumber, and he was saying it's not often they get the call, but once in a while they get a call where diamond has fell into the sink.
Yeah.
Right, catching the P-trap.
Yeah. And
what happens then if it just goes to the grinder and goes down there? Is it chipped, or is it?
It's possible to. I mean, diamond is one of the hardest substances in the world.
Yeah.
But it's still possible to chip. The ring is probably destroyed, but the diamond may actually be 100% intact.
The value of the ring isn't there, right? There's not
much. No.
Not much. Okay.
No.
A few $100, a few thousand.
It depends. It's usually just the weight in gold. So if it's a 20-gram ring, it could be worth like a few $100s. If it's a 5-gram ring, it's like $80. Yeah. Most engagement rings, the weight of the gold is roughly 7 or 8 grams.
I got a question. What's the average spend on a ring for a person? Is we keep hearing 3 months salary, whatever it is.
My average sale is like $500,000. I wish.
The Canucks. I see it, man.
Yeah.
Your mindset is there already.
Exactly. Probably around, I'd say $10,000 is my average, or not necessarily mine, but probably the average sale in Vancouver. Drops around the world, like,
for sure, New York's gonna be different, and Dubai's gonna be different compared to can't even name anything, but anyways, so $10,000 is on the average for a ring.
Yeah, but don't forget, at $10,000, if somebody's spending $10,000 with me, that same ring down the street is 15 to 20.
Yeah, markup.
Save your money.
That's crazy. Absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
What else we have?
That's all I got.
That's all you got?
Yeah.
All right, Josh. Anything else for us?
I think that's it until next time.
We'll have your until next time. We'll have your information, your Instagram page, and everything on the podcast, on the vlog as well, and go from there. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate you coming down here, man.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem.